Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we are going to be checking out, once again, Notstock's Trish the Troopy. Now, this thing is available on console now, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring it out here to TNB Trails, considering that this is still one of the best trail riding maps you can get, whether you're on PC or console. And so without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and fire this thing up, take it for a little bit of a rip down the trail, and if you were not aware that this thing was available on consoles, I highly recommend that you go ahead and get your hands on it and take it for a rip. It's got such an authentic startup sound too. I mean, it really does sound like, ooh, before we get too far into what it sounds like, we gotta make sure we don't drive over the freaking edge. So first things first, we gotta actually be careful, because this trail, as some of y'all know, if you have watched some of my prior videos on the trail loop that we are about to do, this trail in particular, or rather this trail loop, is gnarly. It is absolutely nasty stuff, and this first section is no slouch whatsoever. So we're gonna set it in low, and we're just gonna ease it. To be honest, we might need to give it a little bit of throttle to get it down this hill without causing severe damage. Look at that suspension detail, by the way. That is wild. And actually, you know what? I mean, considering the fact that we're looking at the back of the vehicle, there we go. Let me just go ahead and repair that nasty body damage real quick. Ooh. You know, I've got to admit, though, it's got really good balance. Like, I mean, the actual balance of the vehicle is really well centered. That you can be in, like, a three-wheel situation like that, and it still won't bite you. Come on. This section is really tricky, especially for longer wheelbase vehicles. This thing isn't super long, but it is fairly long for a Land Cruiser, or at least minus some of the, like, quad cab and pickup bed Land Cruisers. But let's ease it down this next rock section into the flooded out rock garden. Again, trying to be nice and easy about it. I actually didn't realize I was in low plus. I meant to be in low. Come on. Find your grip. Woo! I'm trying to stay a little closer here to the inside edge because oh my God. Okay, maybe I shouldn't go that way. It's really upset about that line. It really, really did not like that. I mean, I guess going directly through the middle isn't really an issue when you have a snorkel that's, like, literally up at the roof. Let me turn my lights on. Easy. God, that front end is so dug in. All right, back it up. Now, maybe if we go just a little bit to the left, there may be something over there, but I'm not sure. This is gonna take a lot of back and forth. Like, a lot. Bring it around. Come on. There it is. There it is. Ooh, ooh, oh my God. It almost went over the other side. Okay, come on. God, this is nerve-wracking. If you want to attempt this trail for yourselves, by the way, it starts basically right here, and you can get to it using the main road from the garage. If you just follow it down through here, kind of along the canyon edge, you make a quick right, and then you make another right, and then you make another right, and then you stay on that road, and it literally just turns into this trail. Now, as long as I can keep my grip, key thing there, as long as I can keep my grip, I'll be okay. But there's so many loose, like, boulders in here that's always a bit of a gamble. Come on. There it is. Well, there it might be. It might be. I almost wonder if I would do better to put it in low. But, like, I feel like that's going to lower my wheel speed so much that it's going to hurt my climbing ability. All right, different line, new plan. I don't necessarily want to winch just yet, but I will if it comes to that. Yeah, I feel like it's come to that. Okay, well, gonna give it, ooh. That was a really odd physics jump. Like a really odd physics jump. I almost wonder if it sort of like got caught on the edge of a rock and then the physics got a little freaked out. They can do that sometimes. For whatever reason, this game's physics system is really bad for that. And it's something that you can't ever fully get away from. Give it some, whoa! I didn't mean to give it that many beans up the hill. Like, I meant to give it a little bit, but I didn't think putting it in high was gonna, like, actually send it into hyperdrive. Let me try that one more time. Send. Yeah, look at that. Why is this so fast? It's like, it's actually way faster than I thought it was gonna be in high. Okay, so note to self, only use high range in this thing if you plan on sending yourself off a jump, because if you don't, you probably shouldn't be using it. It's got so much torque, though. Come on. Little bit tight through here. And then up and over the other. Ooh! Again, maybe I should have been in low for that. Get back into the power. God, there are so many sections on this trail where if you don't get into the power on the descent, you're going over. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are going to be tumbling over, and that's going to be that. All right, quick left, setting up for the next stage of this now. And the next stage of this is, well, it's much worse. And if we had trouble in the first stage, I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous for the second stage because remember, this thing is on a very realistic tire size. It's on a very realistic suspension setup. It's on a very realistic amount of lift. And I don't know if this thing's going to have enough for a section like what we're about to take on. I mean, so far it's doing okay, though. And again, it's showing how incredibly balanced it is. And balanced, when I say balanced, because I know that that tends to send some people in the SnowRunner community into a frenzy over game balance, but I don't mean game balance. I mean the actual, like, center of gravity of the vehicle is balanced really, really well. Come on. There it is. There it is. There it is. You know what? I mean, for this tire size, I'm all about it. This thing rips. Especially for, like, I mean, when you consider the fact that I've been back here in vehicles that are on paper more capable, and this thing is like, it hasn't even had to winch yet. All right, make your way to the left and then back to the right again. Nearly there. Come on. You know what? I can't even believe this thing is mind-blowing. Like, legitimately, I mean, we're kind of high-centered, but, well, maybe not for long. Come on. Can we just barely rotate it? Maybe back it up just a tad bit. There we go. And it's good. Well, it's not perfect. It's not perfect yet, but you know what? I'm going to give it a pass on these logs because these logs will trip up just about anything. And again, on a trail this bad, I mean, for it to be going through here on the lift and tires that it's on, it's truly remarkable. I also feel like my rooftop tent kind of shook a little bit. Did y'all see that just a second ago? I feel like my rooftop tent got a little unhappy. Find something up front. Almost there, almost there. I am really trying with this. Come on. And wow, so is this thing. I mean, it is buried in the front, but like it is still trying. We are literally almost up to the top of this hill. Not the entirety of the hill, but like up to the part where the trail splits. And if it gets to the part where the trail splits without having to use the winch another time, absolutely incredible if it can do that. Come on, wind your way around. And give it some beans. No! And boom. That was amazing. That was legitimately amazing. The fact that this thing was able to do what it just did on the setup, like, this is literally just how they give it to you out of the garage. So the fact that it was able to do what it just did and do it so well with so few winch attempts, wild. And if y'all haven't tried this thing on your console yet, definitely give it a run. And if y'all enjoyed the video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.